say that it feels right.
Hey guys, it's the Matrix here. Welcome to a demo, I believe, called Lonely Afternoons. This game just released on Game Jolt, and I don't think it's a full game, so unfortunately I believe this is only just a demo, but it is free at the moment, so I figured I would come check it out. I believe that I am like a Japan student or something, and that I have to, that I got like transferred to this school for some reason, because, I don't remember the reason, but like now that there's this Halloween party that's coming up, and like apparently that's like this big event, and that I have to like come to it in like the next 3 days, and like every single choice how I get to that party will affect my outcome at the end. So I don't know how far this game's gonna go, since it is just a demo, and so far, like just from reading about it and seeing the screens and stuff, I can't wait to check this game out. So let's just go ahead and start. It's intimidatingly tall. Okay, so Q to save, auto, skip, history. Okay, the metal is painted black, but beyond that there is no further decoration. I look up at the school gate, my new school gate. Mom drove the van up as far as she could, but the tight country road leads her behind me. I can hear her honking, telling me to get a move on. Hey son, get a move on, I had enough of your yakking. I smile and think if she didn't, I'd probably stand here until the end of time, staring down the entrance. Mom, come on, take a, I don't know. Let's go. It's open, but only barely, and I have to turn myself sideways and to squeeze it, or to squeeze in, I don't know. My bag gets caught, and for a few embarrassing moments I struggle to free myself. Luckily, the place is utterly empty. I turn to wave goodbye. Goodbye, place. Screech of tires in the distance, and Mom is already gone. I'm all alone now, forever and always. Oh, there's a single path running straight ahead. A thick, unruly line of trees grows alongside it. Although we're quite far into fall, the branches are still heavy with crimson and yellowing leaves. Okay. Oh, back. Watching the colors swaying and mixing in the wind, I feel as if I'm trapped in an oil painting. The powerful sight fills me up with confidence from out of nowhere. I don't fight it and head down the path. Okay. So he's heading to the new school, I guess. From beyond the line of trees, the tip of a single tower sticks. Alright, I head for it. My walk is brief but peaceful. Okay. Birds sing a single squirrel its fur as far as the trees skirts across my feet, and before long I've arrived at another gate. Albeit smaller and less impressive. There's a plaque on the stone arch. St. Certum High School. Certum? Citrum? Right below it is carved a strange insignia. A circle split into two halves. Each half is stripped, and in the very center a small cross is laid on top. I frown. No, I'm lacking in a theology degree. I don't think I've ever heard of a St. Citrum. I don't even know how to say that word, dude, so you're better than me. Past that entrance, the unkempt forest gives way to perfectly cut lawns, dazzling green and cut short to a stubble. I wonder about a possible gardening club. I now see the school's facilities, and with the aid of the map from my acceptance letter, I can name them. Israel, Uriel, Surfiel, and the information building. The school's naming scheme puzzles me for the second time, and I can see myself easily getting lost between the three. Yeah, as I would too. Israel, St. Citrum's heart of scientific exploration, the slightly cheesy description says. Uriel, the century of artistic expression. Surfiel, the essential subjects English, math, history, and politics, I recall. After a brief consultation with my timetable, I locate Monday period 1 English. Oh, and I don't know how Japan school works, so if any of you Japan people watching out there you want to tell me, then please feel free to let me know. I'm an English boy, I go to English school, so yeah. There's a cold ball of worry in my stomach, but I push it down and start moving my feet towards Surfing. In the middle of the box created by the three buildings, there's a courtyard with a fountain and benches positioned around it. I see two girls sitting on one and loudly chatting about something that they hear, walking and stop to look me over. My face readings, and I'm suddenly painfully aware of everything I'm doing. Am I standing weird? Am I being awkward? It's like everyone just staring at me. I have no idea. I pretend not to notice them noticing me. There's a community board behind them, and I walk across to have a look. The flyers are all high school jargon that files over my head. However, there's one leaflet that catches my eye. It's the only one of the lot printed in color, orange and black, elegantly arranged with a simple yet stylish font. The whole thing reminds me of an office party invitation on my dad's wall rather than a kid's Halloween dance. Yep, there it is. All Saints Dance, huh? I murmur. If what I remember about Year 6 parties is true, there will be mad proclamations of love made from under skeleton mask and spiked blows of punch. Oh yeah, it did say girls and dates. It did say something about there being like minor alcohol and like minor language in this game, so if you guys don't want to see that, I don't even know if it's going to be in this demo, but yeah. Just to let you know, something I haven't had to worry about in a while besides my sister. I don't think I've spoken to a single real girl in God knows how long. Hey, me and you, brother. Me and you, man. That was kind of an awkward hand gesture there, but okay. Unless I'm counting at the manga delivery girl once on a week, which I'm not. Right, English. I've got to get a move on. English we go! Yay! The doors of circular swing open as I march in. My sneakers tap against the wax floor, echoing loudly in the. Oh boy, I bet that's embarrassing. Okay. It leads to a circle of classrooms sitting around a metal column, around which snakes a metal staircase. Going up 3 floors, I count. I realize that this must have been the tip I'd seen from a distance. I assumed that the tower would part of a building, not the building itself. The stylish architect strikes me as odd for a high school building. I glance into other people's classrooms and notice that they've already sat down and the class seems to be underway. I glance at my watch face. Oh shit, 8:45. Oh shit, class begins at 8:35. 10 minutes late. Oh shit, my room is at the very top. I sprint as fast as I can up the metal stair with my footsteps crashing and echoing after me. Oh, by the way guys, just in case you're wondering, I don't curse, but I look at just reading people who do curse as fine with me, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, bounce straight off the, man my words, I bounce straight off of the final step and burst into the classroom directly ahead of it. Okay, the door swings open wildly and I have to take a moment to lean against the frame and gasp. My brand new uniform is already stained with sweat and I took a miss. My legs are screaming, I can hardly imagine the joys that psych eds will bring. Whatever, okay. The entire class is looking up at me. I push the hair glue to my forehead back and try to regain composure. Yeah, I act like nothing ever happened, dude. That's exactly what I would do, I guess. English professor, Mr. Toika, I presume, Taika. I'm gonna get it right eventually. I hate him already. His smile is sneering and gummy, and he's shorter than me, but I can still feel his button eyes looking down at me. Yes, sir, that is me. I say through gritted teeth. So nice of you to join us. There are a few gigglies, oh my goodness, man, my words from the class. My pleasure. Well, as you can see, we're doing paired work. I hope that you've bothered to bring your copy of the literature. No. Yes, sir, I guess. I tapped my bag, feeling the bulk of the divine comedy. This behemoth of 1,300 pages is what I blame for my struggle up the stairs. Right, well, if you, he pauses and smacks his lips, take a seat right next to Miss Candence. You can work with her for the time being. Ooh, Miss Candence. His hand points at a girl sitting alone in the back. She's swinging back and forth on her chair. She sits there with an unflattering beam smile, chatting to a crowd around her. I trudge through the rows, ignoring the smirks, and dump my book and pen onto the desk as quickly and quietly as possible. Don't look at me! I'm not anyone important. I just want to do my work and get out of here. She doesn't take a note of my arrival. Hey, I'm Taika. The teacher told me to work with you. I extend my hand out for a handshake, which she takes with a look of perplexion before forcing a high five out of it. I guess people my age don't shake hands. Good job, Taika. Yeah, write that down. Don't shake hands. High five the crap out of someone. So what exactly are we doing here? I say opening up my book to page 1. I can't focus on what she's saying because I'm too busy taking her in. Her eyes are wide and sparkle while she talks. Her pale skin makes her hair pop out. It's unabashedly red, the same shade as the leaves outside. I find myself fixated by it, oh boy. I noticed two things about her during the class. The first, she talks. A lot. Mostly rubbish that I forget this next second, but it still makes me laugh. And I'm pleasantly surprised when I find myself making her laugh with me. Second, everyone in class seems to have a crush on her. Guys on the complete other side of the room will come over to ask her for her stationery, ignoring every other girl in the class. Or will pretend not to understand the question to hear her explain it in her sweet, doughy tone. It wears me down pretty quickly. I've seen the same guy in classes come over asking for an eraser on 5 separate occasions, each time chattering excitedly about the visit to his big-boned friend. It's not even halfway through the lesson and already I'm begging for it to end, willing the hands on the clock to move faster. Move faster, hands, get out of here please. To check out our progress, the teacher starts drilling us on analysis and quotations. Oh boy, don't you just love analysis and quotations. Every time I'm certain he's done and ready to let us work, he starts up again. Miss Condance, English crazy. We both jump to attention and pretend to stare into the book. What did you and Mr. Take decide was the meaning of the twisted path at the beginning of the poem? Nothing. What the heck? What kind of a reaction face thing is that? I don't know, sir. Perhaps Mr. Take it in. I don't know either, sir. I have no idea. Great, what a brilliant start to my time here. The class sniggers softly as the teacher reminds us both for not paying attention. Then with an impatient tone answers it for us. I know my partner looks far more mortified than me. Hey, what's wrong? I don't usually get answers wrong, believe it or not, but I'm actually rather good at English. In fact, I'm probably the best at it. You were just distracting me. Oh yeah, that's it. I gave her my biggest grin and say, what? Am I just that dashing? What's that supposed to mean? I'm fluttered and drop my pen loudly. I snap as quietly as I can. What's that supposed to mean? I'm new here. I was expecting you to know what you were doing. None of these seem really good to me, to be honest. But hopefully she'll take this as a joke? Okay, maybe not. I'm visibly angry. It's barely past my first hour at Sir Trump saying I've already been humiliated twice. How can she claim to be good at this and not be able to answer a simple question like that? And because of me, what's that supposed to mean? It was meant to be a joke, I guess. My grumbling races in the heads of my classmates. She's staring straight ahead of me now, but I can tell that she's not paying attention to the front. Her eyes are wide open and shimmering. She's pouted out her bottom lip and now it's begun to quiver. Oh no, sniffles. Oh, I'm sorry, it was meant to be a joke. She starts to quietly weep. With every suppressed sob, her chest heaves and shudders dramatically. Her tears start as a flood and don't show any sign of slowing down. No one notices except for glasses, of course, who's shooting me a very sad. Ooh, so who's this glasses character? Look, I'm sorry I can't resist it in slow, or I can't resist it in a slow bubble of laughter forces away. Okay, I'll apologize. I didn't know it was gonna be mean. I meant to be as a joke. I give her a reassuring smile and hand her a tissue. What are you doing? It was just a wrong question. Who cries over that? It's not that big of a deal. Come on. I give her a friendly nudge just so she knows I'm kidding. See, that's what I meant to say. Now she gets it. Clearly embarrassed, she giggles a little bit and then darts up, pretending to pay attention to the teacher, as though nothing just happened. It's okay, she says after a long pause. There's still a little bit of a quiver in her voice, but she seems to be back to her sunny self. We better get started on this properly if I don't want to end up with detention, or I feel kind of bad for her. I decide to properly apologize. We better get started on this. We can drag it on a little bit better, a little bit longer, just so we can be sure we're cool. Look, I'm sorry I didn't mean it like that. It's just that it's my first day and I'm a bit stressed out. Yeah, blame it on the stress. I wonder if I look as stupid as I feel. The apology satisfies her, however, because as soon as I blink, there's not a single trace of tears on her face. Yay, we're back to being friends. She smiles proudly and I notice how easily it comes to her. Well, you can make it up to me by working hard on this with me, okay? I smiled back, though mine is a bit more stiff. I'm trying on the voices, guys. If you couldn't tell, I'd be glad to. Yay! Yay! We're friends! Yay! Okay, what's happening now? For Arius. Oh, at the end of an hour and a half, we have completed 2 sheets of A4 on the first 100 words of the Divine Comedy. We head to the teacher's desk and ask the last pair to finish, who were first forced to watch nervously as he marks it with a red pen, ticking and scrawling along with it with an occasional accompanying grunt. He hands it back. Very good, Miss Candace, and you too, Mr. Taker. I turn my head and see Candace smiling. It's an unbelievably genuine smile that warms up her entire face, and I can't help but to do the same. The bell rings, we step outside and face each other. Good work, I murmur under my breath. Yeah, you too. Well, I'll see you around. I smile. Yeah, see ya. Bye. She smiles back and then is down the stairs in an instant, leaving me alone. One question makes it way to the front of my mind. Do I like this girl? I don't know. I know it means silly, but after just 90 minutes, I can't wait until the next English period. Wouldn't that just be the perfect story to tell our kids? You see, I met your mother when I turned up to English late. I'm being stupid. Yes, I am, and you're thinking way too far ahead of yourself, kid. Simply overwhelmed from my first class. History is on the tower's very last floor. Putting Candace aside, I descend. And down I go. I enter my class. Model warplanes hang from the ceiling, marked world maps line. The walls of the class display of strange role models adorn the back. Just like before in English, the seats are paired and face a large blackboard at the front. Okay. With a quick glaze, I note the lucrative seats are being filled up quickly. 2 places in particular catch my attention, both at the far back, away from the windows and hidden in shade. One of the seats on the second last row is occupied by a girl. Another girl! How funny! Okay. Merely glancing over her makes me want to plant myself right next to her. She radiates a posed beauty, but unlike Candace, no one seems eager to join her. As if she oozes radiation, all seats around her are vacant. Her gaze is fixated on the blackboard, staring right past the waves of other students as if they weren't even there. Her amethyst hair flows freely down her back and down, and the bow perched neatly to the top seems to be only for decoration. A collection of steel pens is lined up by her sides. One of them hangs lightly between her fingers, so she like a perfectionist. She looks ready to take her notes down as if it were a court proceeding. I made my choice. Oh boy. I sit behind her and think adoration from a distance is the safest approach. I puff myself up and sit down next to her. No reason not to make 2 friends. She doesn't even flinch. Quickly before class starts, I open my mouth to introduce myself. No? She says without even turning. I hear glasses and his fat companion heaving with the laughter from behind me. Since she doesn't want me talking to her, I decide to take another approach. I rip out a piece of paper and begin to write a note. I decide my attention would be better served listening to the professor's lecture. Well, I do have another friend. Why don't we just listen to this nice jazz music? What's the worst that can happen? I take my pen and slightly start scribbling a note to her with one ear on the teacher in case she calls me out to answer questions on Chinese philosophy. See, that's how you're supposed to do school. Listen to the teacher one ear and do something else with the other. I copy out a short joke I know about 2 Greek philosophers, Plato and Diogenes, assuming from how nearly she's following the lecture she'll find it assuming. I copy out my uncle's joke about the Chinese man, the Japanese man, and the dog. She doesn't seem the type to be affected by vulgarity, rather it'll show her how daring and forward I am. I don't know if I'll go that far for a new girl. I'm gonna go with this one. When the teacher's not watching, I push the note over the gap between our desks, basically placing it in her hand. She flicks it open and quickly skims through it. My heart sinks when I don't see a single change of her face, not when even a look at me. I'm not gonna go back and see what else happens, guys. I'm not gonna do that. She crumbles it up unconventionally and tosses it under my desk. This is stupid. I decided I might as well learn something while I'm here. I won't surrender that easy. I'm not a giver-upper, guys. This time I decided to skip the icebreaker and introduce myself in what basically amounts to a pen pal introduction. I gently tap her shoulder, and in the moment she reacts, I place it in her palm. Before I can hesitate, I move to put it in her school bag. Palm. Be more brave. Though she's visibly annoyed, her hand closes onto the note and she sees inside. Score. Nice. Right. Before. Tossing it to join the other ones. I feel terrible for all the effort I poured into those 2 attempts. The bell goes off, and unlike the shrill rings of any other school I attend, the sound is peaceful like an echoing gong. The teacher drops mid-sentence and allows everyone to file out. I join them in my mind. It goes to imagining what kind of food a school like this will be serving. Oh boy. While I daydream, the girl I sat next to bustles past me. Adriana. I caught her name from the roll call, not that she would have divulged it to me willingly. Oh boy. No one joins up with her, and I'm left wondering if she'll be eating alone. I follow some students in the year below to reach the canteen. It's removed from the main 3 buildings of a short path. Alright guys, it is getting pretty into this episode. Actually, I thought that we would be able to do this all in one sweep, but apparently we're going to have to continue this in part 2. I don't know if it's just going to continue out through its day and it'll end after that. But yeah, I am going to end this episode off here, and we will continue outside in the courtyard for lunch and see, as it is midday or whatever it is, and see how many more friends we can aggravate and not actually become friends with. But yeah, this is just a demo, I think, so it's not going to be like a full game or anything just yet, as it just came out anyways. But yeah, look forward to part 2 coming out probably even next Sunday, as a matter of fact. I don't know for sure, but we shall see about that. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all very much for watching, and from It's the Matrix, I will see you all in the next episode. Peace out, guys.